All right, Metalheads, big show coming through. WMMS in 2 hours to midnight, our metal show present Sepultura, the North American Farewell Tour. They're calling it quits. It's called Celebrating Life Through Death, and they're bringing a lot of good bands with them. Fellow Brazilian thrashers, Claustrophobia, Agnostic Front, remember them? And Obituary are all on the bill, too. It's all going to go down Tuesday, October 8th, a couple of weeks away at the world-famous Agora. Go to agoracleveland.com for all the details on the show. You will get my first pair of tickets this week, 2 for Sepultura in October. Good luck. Caller 10, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Voice call received.
Put this on the air, dumbass. You think you know it all? You're just nothing but a piece of Talk about dumb that you don't have a clue about.
Another satisfied customer of the Alan Cox Show.
I hate it. This show sucks.
On 100.7 WMMS.
Thank you, sir. We're playing some Claustrophobia this Saturday night on 2 hours to midnight, along with a whole bunch of other fun stuff. Hey, if you listen to us on iHeartRadio from out of state, I'd like to know where you are. Rob listens in Green Valley, Arizona. Brian listens in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Mark is a bureau chief in Bailey, Colorado. Joe's in Atlanta. I heard from Carrie, who used to be a bureau chief in the Richmond, Virginia area. And then she was kind enough to inform me when she relocated. She went out to Cave Creek, Arizona. And she hit me up again. People are obviously not obliged to let me know when they move, but some people do. And now she's in Port Huron, Michigan, upriver from Detroit.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah. And she goes, you lived here. Well, can you tell me why Michiganders have such a boner for Eminem and Coney Island dogs? The Eminem thing's easy because, you know, he reps Detroit. And people from Detroit like that. People from anywhere like when people rep you. Coney Island thing, Coney dogs, that's more of a...
Just like a local cuisine for them.
Yeah, local cuisine. And never my thing. But anyway, she attached a photo for me. She goes, I wanted to show you one of my Spotify mixes. And it's John Mulaney, Mary Santora, Bill Squire, and more.
That's very cool.
How about that?
Very cool.
She's
very
enjoying
nice.
You guys. Speaking of Mulaney, he had another kid.
He had another kid, and he killed it at that conference that he spoke at. Did you
What?
see that?
No.
So he gave, like, he did a set at Salesforce.
It's a corporate gig.
It's a corporate gig, and he was just ripping apart AI in a very funny way. And
is there audio of it?
No, it's just text, but it's very funny, what I've read. Because he's speaking directly to the people that are there.
Yes.
And he is making fun of them. It's pretty good.
He brutally roasted on stage at a corporate, so many of you feel imminently replaceable. That's what he said.
We have to imagine him saying, so many of you.
Invited to do a set at an AI event in San Francisco last week. Salesforce, which I still don't understand what that is. I think the salespeople here in this company use it too. I don't know what Salesforce is. I see their Super Bowl commercials.
We don't have to know.
I mean, I'm a citizen of the world. I like to know what's going on, but I mean, they have like, this huge conference and they were going to have 45,000 people there. And little did they know that John Mulaney was about to eviscerate eviscerate is one of those verbs that gets used way too much in stories like this. It's clickbait adjectives. Eviscerate, brutally destroyed.
Well,
we need so much.
Because there's so much in that world where people are just talking so highly of each other, and they're all like, "Oh, we're the leaders in the industry."
Right.
Yeah, so I feel like he did do a pretty good job of taking them down a peg. I don't know if I use the word eviscerate, but
I think all of them walked out of there with their entrails intact. But he did a 45-minute set, which probably felt like an eternity. Because, you know this, corporate gigs, they want you to
they always tell you, hey, you can make fun of us.
Yes, they want you to gently make fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve over there got divorced last year. Could you do a joke about Steve? And you're like, I don't know
He's
Steve.
actually really bad at golf. Can you make fun of that?
Yeah. You know what? I'll just throw away the prepared material I've got, and I'll make fun of Steve. How about that? If AI is truly smarter than us and tells us that humans should die, then I think we should die, Mulaney said. So many of you are replaceable. Can AI sit there in a fleece vest, he added? Can AI not go to events and spend all day at a bar? He was in San Francisco. Let me get this straight, he said. You're hosting a Future of AI event in a city that has failed humanity so miserably. Oh, God, I need audio of this.
I know.
Because they paid him like
$2 million is what I heard.
I figured maybe $750. You think he got $2 million?
That's what I heard.
Well, I guess if it's Salesforce, you go, shoot for the moon, right?
Yeah.
These are billion-dollar tech companies. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to price yourself out.
Right.
You don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it. And then they say, yeah, they'll do it for $2 million. And you're like,
okay.
Guess I'll write some jokes.
I got another mouth to feed. Well, because when you sent us the story in the group chat that John Mulaney had a new baby, and I was like, there was just a thing with Olivia Munn. She didn't look pregnant. They had a surrogate.
Oh.
She was willing to potentially ruin her body once, not twice. So, boy, you got to think, and I hate to go this way because it's so speculative and it probably doesn't even matter, but I always think of John Mulaney's wife. I always think of that Anna Marie Tendler, who...
when did her book ever come out?
It did. I believe that it did, yeah. And it was kind of a book about how she felt really taken for a ride with John Mulaney. Well, whatever, right? I mean, it's all that. It's all personal. It's all that stuff, whatever. But they were also quite clear about like not wanting kids. And this is the weird thing about it. People who were like, I don't ever want kids. We've had this conversation, with Mary about how doctors make it prohibitively difficult for women to decide. This is reason 4093 why it's so fun to be a gal. When they'll go, well, guys walk in and go on vasectomy. They go, I can get you in tomorrow. I'm doing a dozen of them tomorrow, right? I get you in. Women, they seem to place all these hurdles, whether they do it on purpose or it's just part of the medical world, who knows? But a lot of people, the thought being that, well, there's a lot of women who say they don't want kids, but they say that now. Nobody wants kids when they're 25.
A lot of people
Stark
do,
County notwithstanding.
Take that.
But, hot take. But, you understand the thought process there. But I think if I'm somebody who was like, I know I don't want kids, I've been. And by all accounts, I think that was John Mulaney and his first wife. But then you meet somebody and you go, now I want kids. I want kids. Right? I have 3 children. I have a 24-year-old. Well, my son will be 24 at Christmas. I have a 20-year-old, and I have an 8-year-old. Now, I was never anybody who was going to have any children.
It's my son's 22nd birthday today. Happy birthday, Jace.
Happy birthday, Jace. Many happy returns. 22 already?
I know, right?
Wow. We've been doing this a long time.
We've been doing this a long time.
Anywho. And so, people go, I would have been, I say to this day, and I love my children more than anything, right? I say to this day, I would have been fine with no kids. Now, can I imagine a world now without my children? Of course not. But when people go, I don't want kids, you got to take them at their word. But then they move over here and they go, it's Olivia Munn. Or on her part, she goes, it's John Mulaney. What could go wrong with John Mulaney?
And he also went through such, he was addicted to drugs. He is addicted to drugs. He got clean. And I think when he sobered up, he's like, okay, I got to reassess what I want in life. And that's when, him and he left his wife. He got with Olivia Munn. He's like, maybe a kid would be a good thing for me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be addicted to being a good dad.
There you go. It is amazing the length some people will go to maintain their sobriety. Not like making you a parent will automatically keep you sober. Usually they go in the opposite direction. But for some people, that might be the key that fits that lock.
Mm-hmm.
And good for them. Olivia Munn, she's had her hurdles too, boy. I mean, he's had his, she's had hers. Hers more of a physical nature. She had a whole breast cancer thing a while back, and part of that, she had a hysterectomy. And so I think everybody was surprised when they posted on social media that they had a little baby.
Yeah,
they had a daughter. They got one of each.
I thought he was doing like a happy birthday Malcolm thing at first because that was, it's been a few years since he had that kid. And then I was like, wait, that's a new one.
That's a brand new baby.
That's a new baby.
Yeah.
That's baby May.
Yep. So they have a little boy and a little girl. And he killed it at the corporate event.
Yeah. The event, not the baby.
What's that?
Not the baby.
He didn't kill. No. Well, the debate, they were talking about all those post-birth abortions.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, not to confuse people, but he did 45 minutes at the Salesforce AI event. He said some of the vaguest language ever devised has been used here in the last 3 days at this AI event. The fact that there are 45,000 trailblazers here couldn't devalue the title anymore. He also thanked the crowd for fundamentally changing the world for his almost 3-year-old son, ensuring that he will never talk to an actual human again.
I love the Trailblazers line. That's very
Trailblazers. Funny. Yeah. So he goes, me and my son are just two guys. We're just two guys hitting wiffle balls badly and yelling good job at each other. It's sort of the same energy here at Dreamforce. I don't think that's what the company's called, but there you go. If you're at a certain level and a company goes, we'd love to have you perform some of your comedy, you're rubbing your hands together and going, all right, this is what it's going to cost you. And it can be very, very lucrative.
This is the best outcome you can have with a corporate event where you get away with the $2 million, allegedly. You make headlines saying that you crushed it and eviscerated them or whatever, and then you get to you got a new baby coming. So that's great. It's the opposite of the Rob Schneider thing where they're like, oh, it's just offensive and like not funny.
Oh, yeah, he did a thing. Yeah, right? Rob Schneider. Oh, he did a charity thing.
He's had a few different
and he got pulled
like
off
that.
stage or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you wonder, I always wonder how they land on these people. I mean, Mulaney is a guy who's like a get, And Rob Schneider might not be for everybody, but he is a comedian. He has a certain skill level. You might not like the jokes or the writing or whatever, but I mean, he's a guy that's a name. And so I'm always curious how they land on that guy, unless he's like on some website. There are websites where comedians want corporate gigs, and they go, here's what I cost. And Mulaney and Rob Schneider, obviously not in the same, they're not in the same, different strata. But somebody was like, yes, Rob Schneider is the guy we want. Maybe they thought he would tailor his thing more to their thing. I don't know. Salesforce is a customer relationship management system.
Oh.
I almost fell asleep reading that. Helps sales guys manage their leads. All right, well, it must be a massive company because, they have Super Bowl ads and all kinds of other stuff. So congratulations to them. A new child, a new check for $2 million in the bank.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Cox, do you hear the speaker sound? That is the right Valraven. I'm going on it now and you're not. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. You homosexual.
What is happening? Listen, I couldn't.
Well, they can't say that about me because I was shooting guns this weekend. You skipped the guns, so you.
I did skip the guns.
You saw Batman by yourself.
I could not be more gratified that somebody is taking the time to call me while in line at Cedar Point. Now they're calling me to call me a homosexual. I'm not sure what one has to do with the other, but. Yeah, no, Saturday morning, I was fully intending on hanging out with you guys, but then I was like, oh, this is in Gville, man.
Yeah, it was an hour away.
Yeah, I could not see driving an hour out. But what, you and Bobby and our buddy Jeff went shooting?
It was me, Bobby, Mickey Genosi, who was the MC for the show on Saturday.
Okay.
Hilarities, and then our buddy Jeff.
Yeah.
And it was very fun.
This is an outdoor range.
Yeah,
I've only shot at indoor ranges.
It's an outdoor range. It's called, give them a little plug here, Southington Hunt Club, and very, very good range. They have like 3 different ranges. and a few spots where you can shoot handguns, and they have like the hydraulic that you can go through, like where they that pop up and you shoot them with handguns. That we didn't do that, but I want to go back and try that out because it seems very fun.
A lot of camo bros out there.
I mean, it's exactly who you think. It's
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But it was fun. We had a good time. Shot a 50 cal that my shoulder's still a little sore from that. And it was funny because our friend Jeff has a lot of guns.
Yes.
And me and Bobby and
he's
Mickey,
a guy from Denver.
Yeah.
He's from Colorado.
And everyone's like, oh, make sure you got like a radio with him. So if anything goes down, you can go and meet up with him. I'm like, yeah, but Jeff doesn't want any of us on his team.
Right.
Like every time a gun jams or something goes, we're like we can't be in a firefight and be like, Jeff, the gun jammed.
like he's your gun steward or concierge or something.
He wants someone that's going to be able to be at his level, not someone that's just like, wait, the sights are off. Can you fix it for me?
Can you come fix my gun? Yeah. Well, that was part of it too, as I was like, I'm going to get out there and it's going to be a whole thing. And
no, it was really fun though.
I'm sure it was.
Everybody there is very, very helpful and very, they're out there doing things the right way. Everybody's very careful.
Sure.
And it's a good time.
How long were you guys out there?
We got there
because Bobby has a lot of guns too.
Yeah, we got out there around. But he didn't bring any.
No, I know, but like he knows
we got
what
out there
he's doing.
Around 10:30 or 11. We were there about 3 or 4 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I had those Batman tickets, man. I couldn't.
Yeah.
That's fun though.
Batman. It was a blast. Then we went and had lunch.
Had
a good day.
All right.
It was just so much fun hanging out with Bobby this weekend because we only get to see each other every once in a while.
Yeah. How were the shows? Great.
We know
I assume?
each other. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
He's just so funny.
And,
some drunk people got thrown out of the late show on
Really?
Saturday. Yeah, because they just wouldn't shut up.
Wow.
And he's just like, come on, guys. He's like, I've been doing this too long. I don't need to.
Right.
And hilarities, they're the best at handling that. So
like they police the room, or kind of at his request.
No, they police the room. He didn't have to ask them. They just know, like, we gotta get these people out of here.
All right.
They've been warned multiple times. They're not paying attention to the show. They're not adding to the show.
Were they up front?
No, they're kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
In the couch section.
Bachelorette party or just drunk people?
Just drunk people.
Yeah.
Just drunk people. But the shows were real good. And yeah, I mean, a lot of customers came out. I got this bonfire hat because one of his merch guy lives here.
Oh yeah, okay.
So he gave me a bonfire hat, which was very cool.
That's his show with Big J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a crackle.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, good. It was a big weekend.
Guns! There's a little recap video that he posted on social media and tagged me as a collaborator.
Hey.
So you can check that out at Bill Squire on Instagram.
Well, he was here for most of the show on Friday.
You know what my favorite part, though, was because I've known Bobby from, dirtbag days. To see him now as, a really good dad. And he talks to his son all the time, which is really sweet, and I really love it. And his son would hear me saying something or doing something, and be like, who's with you? Who's with you? and so, we got a little banter in with his son. And
who's 11, so it's all sass. And
Yeah, but it was so funny. Well, not even funny. It was just sweet to see Bobby be such, a sweet, caring, and, involved dad. I love that because, I've known Bobby for almost 20 years, and he used to have a real edge on him, and that has really been kind of smoothed out.
Well, we're
especially
old dads.
Dad, yeah.
When you're a young guy, I think about my parents, I was born when my dad was 23 or something. I'm like, oh, I know it was a different time, quote unquote, but still, some people, you can't be young and have kids. It takes you a long time to figure it out.
Well, and I think he figured it out, but it's just also, it's adorable. It's adorable to see the way they talk to each other and goof with each other.
Go outside, nerd.
And the way that his son knows how to bust his chops and knows the boundaries of it though. Yeah. And he was talking. He knows that Bobby will gag if he just brings up something gross. He's like, oh, my toenail came off. And Bobby's like, I'm eating dinner right now. And he's like, yeah, it looked just like your dinner. That's so gross. And he's like, kid, you can't do it. Was
Toenail came off.
Yeah.
All right. It was
Fun
a full
stuff.
weekend.
Very full weekend.
A full weekend of
then
toenails and guns and
yeah.
laughter.
And just a nice chill day with the lady on Sunday.
Oh. All right. Well, it was rainy too. Yeah. Or no, not yesterday, I guess.
Not
last
till
night
like
it kind of
last
moved
night,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I've got to take a break. I'll have Everclear tickets for you. Want to go see those guys? I think they're on one of their, what's it called, like Summer Forever or something like that. But it's Everclear and Marcy Playground and Jimmy's Chicken Shack mid-October. They'll be around the corner here at the House of Blues. So if you dig those bands, I'll get you set up on the way back. 35192 and a text for anything else. If you want to watch the show live, hit the Alan Cox Show YouTube channel.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and